What's up guys, Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a quick tip for creating framing that follows along a sloped surface without you having to manually fix every single board. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. So let's say, for example, I've got this central piece in here and I'm just going to copy this over by 16 inches because I think this is going to be a 16-inch spacing. And I'm just going to paste this in place right here. Now, what a lot of people do is they will push-pull up to a certain point and they'll either push-pull it through right here or they'll push-pull it short and then they'll just kind of cut the object off, which is fine. That's how I would do this as well, right? I would run into this or I would draw a line across this and then I would push-pull the face across in order to remove that material. Now I have a board that kind of repeats over and over again, right? But the problem with this now is if I try to copy this over 16 inches. So remember, you can tap M, tap Control to go into copy mode, and then copy this over 16 inches. The problem is if I create a bunch of these copies, right? So times 10 or times 5 or times whatever it's going to be, right? I'm just typing in star, a number of copies, and then I'm hitting the enter key. Well, the issue that we're having right here is that I'm going to have to go through and manually cut out each one of these boards, which is not ideal. However, there's a quicker way to do this, which I use all the time, and it's actually using solids. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of these objects, and remember that Solid Tools is a tool that allows you to take solid objects like these and interact them together. Well, in this case, if I use Solid Tools, I can take all of these objects into an outer shell, and that's going to combine everything in here into a single solid piece of geometry, right? So I've got a solid group right here with the solid shell. Well, now what I can do is I can use another solid to remove the material. So in this case, I could just draw a line down along this face right here. I'll draw a line back across here. So basically I'm just drawing a face, right? Well, now I can take this and I can push-pull it forward a little bit, and I can push-pull it backward a little bit, and I can just triple-click on it and I can make it a group. Well, now this is also a solid, right? This is a solid, and this is a solid. Well, what that means is I can take this object and use the subtract function, and I can use it to subtract the material and the studs on either side here. And then if I wanted to copy these over, then I would probably just take all of these and do an outer shell in order to make them a singular object. But then I could use the flip tool in copy mode, click and drag a plane and tap Control to put it in copy mode right here and let it back up. So now I have framing that runs all the way along the underside of this sloped edge in here without me having to manually come in here and do that over and over again. And while we're here, we may as well do this on the bottom as well, because you can use this to cut your window openings. So I'm going to use the move tool in copy mode, create a copy at 16 inches, then type in times 10 or times 15. In this case, we'll say times 14 in order to create our studs down here. So you could definitely align these if you wanted to, right? So if you'd rather have these align with the studs that are right here, you could just create one copy here and then use the array function in order to copy this across. I don't really care how you create your studs. You can do that however you want. But if say that you needed to create like a door or a window, you could do the same thing. Right, so you could take these objects and you could just combine them real quick. So you could use the outer shell function in order to create a solid with all of these objects. So you can see how this is now a singular solid. Well, now wherever your windows go, so say that you have a window on your wall that's going to be 4 foot by 4 foot or whatever. So we'll say 4 foot, 4 foot right here. Well, you could just use this tool in order to pull this across, like so. And in this case, we're probably going to have to add some framing on kind of the sides. So you might even just make this a little bit bigger than you actually want your window to be, just to remove that extra, because you're going to have to come in and reframe some stuff anyway. So you could take this whole thing, you could use the group function right here, then you could just subtract it from your wall, and now you've got an opening where you're ready to come in here and frame out the inside of your windows. So again, it's just a really quick way to remove all of that material without having to mess around with intersect faces with model or something like that. So using solids like this can save you a ton of time. I'll link to another video showing you some other cool stuff you can do with solid tools. But leave a comment below. Let me know if you're doing anything like this or if you have other solid tools tips. I just love having that conversation with you guys. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.